0. And we should be live right now. Hello everyone and welcome to another beautiful day here in the Netherlands and welcome to another episode of A Tale of Dice.
The weather is actually nice.
The weather is actually beautiful, which makes it even worse that all of us are doing the social distancing, well except for Maxime and Max, that is.
Yeah, fair.
But we hope you're listening to your governments and all following the rules to keep safe during these weird pandemic times.
Yeah, and it's real nice to like sit up on your balcony.
Oh
alone
yeah.
In the sun.
Oh yeah, I've got something better for you. I can actually like get out of my window and onto the roof, and then I can like look out over the entire city. It's beautiful over there.
Yeah, and you guys are probably noticing that we miss a player. So Crystal, she used to live somewhere downstairs in the basement, in a dumpster, where she made a home out of toilet paper rolls.
Wait,
But
is she the grub?
Those rolls got so expensive that she was able to sell that place to buy an actual room for herself.
That is
So
indeed
today
what
she's
happened.
moving.
That is indeed what happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. That place got very expensive.
I'm really happy for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe now she will stop smelling like sewage.
Oh, that'd be great.
Well, I don't think I don't get your hopes.
I'm joking, Crystal. I
And
swear,
also-
I'm
and
joking.
also,
You
now
smell
she
delish.
And also now she doesn't have toilet paper anymore. So
That's what you have bidets for.
Yeah.
very well.
He's way too serious about it.
Oh yeah, I'm very serious about bidets. There are great investments, and you can buy like a detachment for your toilet, which is less than 50 euros,
For now.
which
For
just
now,
forms a
yeah.
bidet on your toilet. It's a toilet seat that you can build in. It's amazing. The only thing that you need is a cable from the toilet to a water source, but
Yeah.
it
For
should
those
be
people
there.
that don't know, it's
A butt fountain.
It's
Yeah,
a douche.
It's a douche. It's a
I
lovely
like
douche.
I
yeah.
like butt fountain as well.
butt fountain
butt
is
fountain.
nice. Yeah.
So, however, right now our adventures won't be, well, maybe they will be, about butt fountains, who knows?
Maybe.
But
Butt
before,
fountains.
but before we jump into tonight's episode, Maxime, do we have another beautiful sponsor from Llama?
Yes,
Oh God.
Llama's butt fountains.
There we go.
Yeah.
Llama made his own butt fountains nowadays.
Yeah.
However, they do arch a little bit upright too much at the moment, so they kind of spray the back of your clothing and not your ass.
So it just
So we're
like,
working on that, but
He insisted on making them in the shape of a llama
So
or an alpaca.
take the free hair shower as well with it. and-
it's not made for humans.
Yeah.
It's made for alpacas.
so
but it does have a warming feature, so that's a
So basically, this doesn't clean your asshole. It just like moves the dirt upward around your back
no,
towards
like
your neck area.
it doesn't really hit your ass, so it kind of hits
I've-
your clothing. So if you're on a bike and you don't have a shield there,
Oh,
so
right, yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
sprayed, then it's perfect. And
It's
if
a-
you want to wash your hair, but just the back of your hair,
Like
it's,
I feel like
it's
this,
an
this
amazing
level
warmth.
of toilet humor is a new low for us. I just want
And we've had some lows. Oh my God.
Yeah.
and with the amount of asshole we said already, we're definitely demonetized.
So to the people
We don't
at
make any money
YouTube,
anyway.
Buy
we are,
advertisement.
please be kind to us because we are trapped here.
So, with our sponsor out of the way, I do believe that we are ready to jump into tonight's episode of A Tale of Dice. So, ladies, gentlemen, shall we play a game?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
We're back.
And we are back indeed. So, jumping into today's game, we get right down into the dirt and gritty with our pack members in our last episode bringing back the freed giant children from slavery, Yenna and her crew, back to their home city of Yotinheim, only for the pack to discover that there was something very amiss in this giant village, where nature still sprung up in what seemed to be health. We all figured out that there was some dark force at play somewhere deep within the land of these giants. Some dark force was making everybody anxious, more prone to violence, more lethargic even, more on edge. And with that, the giants did not really, embrace you with a warm welcome. and instead were very afraid of what you small folk might do to them and their tribe, as they had twice before now had very interesting dealings with you people. The first ones being the small folk that actually kidnapped the giant folk that you returned, and the second one being shadow folk, running into their catacombs and into their cave system, and from there digging deep into their earth, and from there on poisoning their lands. This last story that they told you seemed to resonate with all of you as you saw that there was something greatly amiss. And as such, you entered their cave system to prove yourselves, to rid the lands of this dark influence, and to hopefully then emerge victorious and with the giant's blessing.
And because Carl just wanted to smash some things.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
So we hope that we find what's ever down there, kill that, and then come up and hope that we're not getting killed up there.
Yeah. Like
basically
you're gonna
that.
go for kill, not be killed. I think that's a very, very good thing to
Yeah,
do
that
in
makes sense.
any tabletop RPG. So,
Yeah.
as you guys entered the cave system, first up, what you realized is that the water from a river further upwards was dripping down beautifully. Allison and the rest of you saw that there were large see-through stalactite crystal formations all around the cave that seemed to resonate with divine energies. However, next to that, you also found your first clues of what might be amiss, as you entered a cave riddled with different undead skeletons that exploded in bouts of negative energy and hurt all of you, while also stepping in a plethora of all different types of piercing traps. After vanquishing all of these skeletons, all of you heavily breathing with the damage that all of you received, you have a moment of rest. Pack members, what would you like to do?
I would like to look at Kurkal, look at your hand, look at you again, and figure, well, it's okay if he didn't wash his hands, but could you heal me, please?
Yeah, because right now you guys are damaged.
Yeah, I'm down to 11
Hit points.
Yeah,
HP.
I'm not that bad actually. I have 6 damage.
It will take time to restore all of you.
I'll help. But these were what they call undead, right?
They,
Never actually faced a skeleton before.
yeah, they were creepy, man.
Technically, you have faced skeletons before, but they
Yeah.
were always flesh wrapped.
I like my skeletons better in a flesh
Yeah.
present form.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm giving myself experience points.
It was interesting. A fun thing, right?
What do you think
Well, I
actually
think.
made these things?
Oh,
Well, I would say spooky, not fun.
well, imagine you fight until you die, and then you get to come back to fight again.
That sounds,
Well, I don't think you're in control afterwards.
I'm so tired, man. That doesn't sound like fun. I want to sleep.
Oh, I shall then heal you. Yes, but you must wait after that. Yes,
I will wait patiently.
I will pray to Cornau for the strength to heal your wounds.
If you have a few minutes, I'm first going to inspect these things, make sure they don't come up again.
Oh, there is nothing to inspect. Every time a skeleton was slain by you, they evaporated in black smoke, which exploded all around you.
Oh, yeah,
That's
fair.
what the damage.
I was
way
also
was
thinking, like, what are like skeletons? Like, not even alive skeletons, but what are the remains of people doing down here? And I was like, oh yeah, no, they weren't actually there. There was like
yeah,
necrotic
it really
energy.
seemed that they weren't actually there. Like
Alright.
the glimpses that you have of them, because one of the other effects that all of you quickly realized is that light in this area doesn't really seem to be working all that well. You have Grokal with the beautiful torch, which would normally radiate 20 feet bright light and 20 feet dim light after that. That is reduced by half. So you have like 10 feet bright light and then 10 feet dim
Wow.
light. Yeah. So
Also 10 feet diagonal?
like
Like a square around me?
yes.
Or more like a star around me?
Yeah. Well,
Officially
basically,
a star.
basically, when push comes to shove, we'll see if it matters, and if so,
fair.
we'll deal in the
That's fair.
what do you say it?
Appropriate
in the moment.
measures.
No, no,
We'll
no,
cross
like,
that bridge when we get to
for
it.
the players. You deal
Oh, yeah, in our advantage.
in your advantage. There.
Ah,
All right, so I heal you for 12 HP. First off, I use Lay on Hands. I give a little prayer to Kurenau as your wounds immediately start closing with radiant light.
As afterwards, Allison is going to treat your wounds
All right.
as well.
So,
you lose 12 HP. Okay.
You'll probably lose some now.
No.
in the meantime,
Do we want to take the time?
Yeah, I mean, no,
We have
we're
time,
safe.
right?
We're safe now. So
as Iro says, we're safe now, right? You look down and you can see all these small puddles of water, and you begin to think again, like, how many of these puddles are trapped?
Yeah. So we're gonna take some time, and I'm gonna just use the lowest DC to treat your wounds.
Okay, so you guys are taking a few moments to heal up.
Yeah.
So Hannah is down 11 hit points, and she is still with you.
Okay. So
And Melo was, he was down 1 hit point, so I
okay,
don't think
I'm
that
first
would be
gonna take care of you. So the
Alright.
first 10 minutes, that's just a success.
Ooh.
So that's 2d8.
Okay. So Allison takes out his combat medic kit. Earlier in the beginning of your adventures, Allison just had like this satchel on him. But nowadays, with his new leather armor, you can see that the satchel is also like affixed very tightly, so he can wear it properly while also dancing around with his double-bladed sword.
Yeah. And well, most of the things that I use while treating wounds, like I have these syringes that are on my belt. That's for in combat. Like out of combat, I have my cloak, and there are multiple pockets I created myself inside of my cloak where I have all these materials hidden in, which I constantly take out and use. You regain 10 hit points the first time, so then it's 10 minutes again, so you have your spell focus.
All right, so you spend 10 minutes healing up.
Yeah.
How damaged? Are you still very wounded?
I'm still. I have 33 hit points and my total is 50.
Okay, so I guess if you try your heal on me, then I will use my Lay on Hands to top you off for another 12.
All right.
Another 12. How much do you still need?
That will mean I'm at 45, so I need 5 hit points.
Okay. I'll just try again. We're gonna.
Can you try that again even?
Yeah, I
Nice.
can just continue.
Yeah, until you
Until I
fail,
fail.
right? Yeah,
Until I
until he fails, he can do it every 10 minutes, and when he fails, you'll have to wait an hour.
Yeah, and I can even do it for an hour total, and then all of the healing is doubled. So that's great.
So do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want to take an hour here? Because
depends how long we need.
No.
Like
Yeah.
right now, I don't think we need an hour. I think we need 30 minutes.
Yeah, I
tops.
think if you guys take 30 minutes, you'll be all right if your rolls are good.
No.
We have the question, and I agree. What do you mean by how many puddles are trapped?
All right. So last episode, you guys, when you ventured here through this cave system, you were not only encountering all different types of skeletons, but you also saw that all different types of traps were laid out for you, which Iro stepped in quite a few of, which brought his HP down so low. So even though that all the skeletons are vanquished, in all these small puddles from dripping water from the river further up, might still actually hold
They're
all
trapped.
these. Yeah.
Okay.
As
now I get it.
as we're doing this, as I'm treating their wounds, I look up to Hannah and I'll ask her, Hannah, you seem to be at least a bit proficient with thieves' tools or something, right? Could you look at these traps?
I can take a look.
Like she has thievery.
Yeah, she has thievery?
Yeah, I know she does.
Right, so...
Suddenly she has this guy.
Suddenly! Yes, she has, so...
I can.
I can take a look. I can take a look if I want. So, Crystal, don't hate me if I roll low.
Oh, we have to do a
So don't hate me.
proper. We have to do a proper crystal voice.
So...
Well,
No, so Crystal takes a step to one of the traps that you can point... Hannah takes a few steps to one of the traps that you can point out to her. And as she takes a look at it, I don't know. It's not really my forte to actually make traps and all. I know how to open locks and stuff, but this seems to be a little bit out of my range.
All right, in that case, we're just gonna have to avoid them.
You would, to actually also inspect these things, you would have to be able to have crafting in snares.
Crafting is snares, all right. So to be inspecting them, you need to be able to craft them.
Well, basically, the skill to use these things and to be aware of them is crafting snares.
Okay.
So that skill would be the most appropriate to figure out how they work.
Because I am expert in crafting, but not in snares.
And then I'm afraid that that's not the thing. Well, you can still use it. Like you have a mind of how things are created. So you could still try to use that, but it will be a little bit harder for you than if you were actually like proficient in, oh, I know exactly what that is. That's a snare, blah, 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 blah.
Cool. I'm going to use my treat wounds on you again.
Sweet. I'm very wounded.
Or it was on you still. No, never mind. So, or first you for your 5 hit points, and then...
I'm very wounded. Maybe me first?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll do you first. How much HP are you?
I mean, I have 22 damage.
22 damage.
Yeah, out of
Okay.
60 HP.
In that case, I'm gonna take a gamble because we don't want to be here too long, and I'm gonna try and do a moderate heal.
Okay.
So I need a 10.
You do realize you're max, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So and I make it.
Jesus!
Yeah.
No. This is my luck rubbing off on him.
Right.
And
Yeah.
So
That's how
I
that
made
works.
it
That's how
quite
that works.
properly. I rolled a 16 on the die, and I needed a 10.
Nice.
So I have a plus 10 on my.
Okay, so that's not a critical success this time. It's normal success.
No,
but
it's
still.
not a crit, but I used.
Yeah, the higher DC, so it gets good.
You heal for 17.
Oh, perfect.
Oh yeah. That's a good number. 17.
Leaves me
17,
with 5
great.
damage.
17.
So do we want to linger further? Like, you did 10 minutes go on. Who do you heal right now?
Hannah?
My
Hannah was,
strength.
Yeah,
11.
Hannah
Maybe-
still.
Is Hannah wounded?
Yeah, Hannah was a little bit wounded. Hannah needed. Let me look it up real quick.
11, I believe.
If Hannah needs 11, you can better heal her.
Yeah, Hannah needed 11 hit points.
Then heal her.
Yeah. All right. So with that, I believe that all y'all's be
Lay on hands.
at full hit points.
Okay, so basically, if we want to take half an hour, I can heal one more person. Like, who's most wounded right now?
I say we. Yeah, actually, yeah. I need to regain my focus point before we enter combat again.
So
Ideally.
10 more minutes, I heal one more person, so who am I going to heal? You have 5?
I have 5, yeah.
You have
I have 5 damage.
5
so
damage, I have 6 damage, Hannah none,
Hannah
Melo?
has no.
I'd say-
Mela only has 1.
I would say heal one of the tanks.
Okay.
Ideally.
Oh, and then this time, by the way, Hannah can use her focus point to heal Melo and then get her focus point back.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah,
So that's
definitely. So
In
Melo's
that case,
healed.
heal Gregor.
math.
Just for a normal DC, by the way, so because you only need 5.
Next time we're gonna do this outside of the street.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so 11. So you're healed.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so while you're doing this, Grekal speaks up. We must.
Sorry, before we get back into the roleplay, for my own notes, who? Let me get this. Grukal, how many hit points do you have?
60.
You're back to 60. Okay, cool. Allison,
34.
34. All right. Iro,
45.
45. All right. And Hannah was full health at 46. All right. Sorry for that.
All right.
Continue.
All
right.
right.
So while you're patching me up, we must talk. Iro, Hannah, you must listen when I say, stand behind me. Yes,
That's all good and fair. But you're not really that quick.
yes. Then you wait. We are the pack. We are not running wild. Karantatan.
Karantaton?
Yes, little serpentine monsters with legs. They come in group and then scatter as
I'm
you pick
taking
them
notes.
apart. And you step on them because there's only one at a time. But we are pack.
Yeah, but we're a lot stronger than a Karakataton.
Maybe as pack, but also these not hunters, these monsters.
True.
Stay behind, Grekal. I take blow. You give blow. With fist.
I can take some blows as well, man.
I think we can share the burden to you both.
Yeah.
Like, both of you are quite tanky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still, must remain close. Fight as pack. Then I protect others. Yes?
At least make sure to stay 15 feet between each other, alright? Sounds
Sounds like a plan.
good? Alright, so going further, we know this place is trapped. Let me go in front and let me inspect the ground. Alright?
Yes.
After all the traps that I've been through. I agree. Joyfully.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
your
you go first.
your shoes actually misfit a little bit because Allison had to wrap like your feet and your lower legs in like
Was it
thick
cold
bondages
here
to get
or not?
everything. Sorry?
Was it cold here or not?
It's while up top it's the early weeks of summer. Down here you get like the cold of being in a very still cavern. So
is it colder than Fremgeest or not?
no, well it's cold, but it's a very easy cold because there's no wind whatsoever.
Okay.
So every time you take a step, you feel like this very chilly breeze all over you. But it's as long as you're standing still, you don't really mind as much.
Yeah.
So just as an FYI, Grakal will stay also close to you, ish, because my liberating step triggers on damage.
Yeah.
So it can
stay
also
5 feet
trigger
behind
on
me and
10.
10 feet.
10 feet, and then 10 feet,
yeah.
and then Hannah 15 feet behind me.
All right.
Cool.
So with that, all of you are in marching order behind each other. Allison in front with Grakal behind that. As you guys begin to march forward through this cavern system, getting a very close look at the ground to see if any more of these snares might be present. So with that, I would say that Allison at least is doing the exploration tactic of looking around and looking for traps.
Yeah. If someone would like to follow expert, that's the thing you can do. I'm expert in perception.
Do you guys have Eagle Eye elixirs on you at the moment?
I do.
Eagle Eye elixirs don't only increase your perception, but also even give a larger bonus to find traps.
Definitely.
So that would be a good moment to
moment to
try
take
one
it.
of those.
I think I'll definitely take one.
I'm
more.
gonna raise my shield,
well.
as is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around, seeing if there's anything notable, beings,
Very
secret tunnels, stuff like that.
And Hannah is going to do the same and also take a look around. All right, so Allison, you.
Yeah. So those looking around, they can follow the expert, and they get a bonus.
All right.
+1.
So with that, you will now, because it's a normal Eagle Eye elixir that you took,
Yeah.
so you will now have a +2 bonus to your perception check if you're looking for traps. So that's a very nice bonus to have right over there.
Cool.
And the rest of you, namely Hannah and Iro, will just make perception checks right now. Ooh, goody.
Okay.
So do we get a +1
Yeah.
on our perception checks?
Yeah, so basically Allison is just like looking at the ground, and every time he is seeing something on the path, he says like, oh, look out for that one right over there, that might be something, and then your gazes are affixed to that as well, so you both get a +1.
Cool. So I have a 24.
24, very nice.
25.
25.
Yeah.
And let's see, Hannah has a 28.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
So-
she's really good at this.
Yeah, so right now, as you guys are entering further and further into this dark cave system, you realize that there might be a lot to gain from being on your toes right now. And as such, all your eyes focuses, and you begin to deftly and quickly move through the cave system. Every puddle is inspected, and eventually, Allison, you halt. As you can see something shimmering from the light of Grakal's torch into the puddle in front of you.
Guys, one here. Let's walk around it.
Yep. All right.
Grakal follows you like a robot in perfect marching order.
All right. And with that, now knowing what you're looking for, you can see another one to your left, another one to your right, and eventually this broader cave that you were in begins to become smaller and smaller with less puddles, and eventually you don't find any puddles whatsoever, and you realize that they were probably hidden inside the puddles, because otherwise they would be very clear to see.
Okay, so
Well, not that clear out of experience.
So they are in the puddles.
Right.
Can I now I know that they're there? Can I still have a good look at them? Like, do I see any particular carvings on them from the outside, or are they?
Oh, until now you said you were just walking past them. Like,
yeah,
what do you?
I like once we walk past one. Allison's like, hold a minute.
You want to inspect them?
Yeah, I want to inspect
Alright.
one. I'm not gonna touch
Nope.
anything. Just if I can see through the puddle, that's fine. If I cannot, then I don't.
Go ahead and make a crafting check for me, please. See, like, your elvish mind, if you can see what the intricate mechanisms might be and what might be there, that's a little bit off-putting.
Natural 15 for 25.
25, all right. You have a mind of machine. Your studies in alchemy also needed you to at least learn a little bit of how your alchemical supplies would be set up to best handle all different types of fluids going through them and whatnot.
Yeah, I never liked creating bombs, etc. But I learned
No, but
a little bit.
the practical aspects of like springs and mechanisms and such isn't foreign to you. And as such, as you take a look in this puddle, you actually ask Rakal to get a little bit closer with his torch. Hannah has her dancing lights that she also puts around it, and you just take a look there, and it just looks like a simple snare that has basically two different small reservoirs of pins that are attached in the same way that a bear claw would be, but instead of the bear claw slamming shut around your leg, it just ricochets all of the pins upwards into the legs of the one that would step onto the mechanism in the middle. But you can see that the metal that is used here is a little bit dark. It doesn't really have any markings, but it doesn't seem to be normal iron. Like, it doesn't seem magical or any, but it's you would figure that these snares would be made of normal iron or steel or whatever, but this material seems a little bit blackish. Whatever that might be, nobody knows. Yet.
Okay. Yeah, I have no clue who might have built this, so I know this information now. I'm with you. Walk.
All right.
Further.
And with that, you guys continue your path. And as I said, eventually the puddles stop, and while you're still keeping a close eye on everything, it seems that also now that the tunnel is getting smaller and smaller indeed, where eventually you guys cannot even walk side by side anymore, it seems that the traps, or at least like the minefield that you encountered before, is done.
So as Allison's walking and just thinking, okay, who could have built these? It's like, okay, so might Drow have built these?
Go ahead and make a society check for me.
Natural 16 for a 26.
26. Could be. Drow are known to come from underground, and as such, their civilization, well, at least there are a couple of places where Drow actually intermingle and are just a part of the Eurasian Empire, namely in Fellover, where you guys just came from, and way south in a province known as Twilia. Those are two places where Drow society eventually like came up and intermingled with the other mortal races of the Empire. But it is known that a large Drow society still lives far underground, completely cut off from all other civilizations. And as such, there is a lot that is unknown about those people. So if you see a metal that is unknown to you, it might come from a variety of places, but one of those places might very well be that one Drow society that nobody really knows of. Gurkal?
So while we're wondering, Gurkal's mind starts doing so as well. And he wonders, the undead spirits, these blackened traps, might they have been sent and placed here by Badao, evil shadow dragon and jealous cousin of Kuranau?
Go ahead and make a religion check for me, please.
Natural 20 for a total of 25.
Holy shit.
That was supposed to be like
So-
just a question to be annoying. But
Now that you are here, and now that you are seeing these different places of the world, it brings you back to when your tribal elder told you stories of Kuranau, bringer of light, and with that being a bringer of change also. That he was a being that, what do you say it, improved society and made it grow. His evil cousin was one that stagnated things, a god of death, a god of sadness and shadow. And all of these things that you have seen so far, like, if it's really part of that god, you're not sure yet, but you do realize that all of the themes are there, like shadow, darkness, undeath, stagnation, like the fact that your magical light is actually dimmed, and it's pumping you up to know that, yeah, this is my quarry right over here.
Ah, sweet.
This is at least, if it's not from that god, it's at least something that is completely against Kuranau.
perfect. All right, so I bet no one's going to believe me. Gurkal speaks up.
These monsters, they've been sent by Badao, shadow dragon.
You've said this before. Can
Yes.
you tell me a bit more about this god?
Badao, our strongest god, is Kuranao. Once.
Yeah, I kind of heard of him.
Yes,
Yeah.
you must have
A
heard.
couple of times.
Yes. But Kuranao, he turns to blackness once every eon. Then he must be killed by his own avatar. Maybe me, if I lucky.
Kuranao himself.
Yes, but he also have angry relative. He turn him to evil every eon. Whispers in ear. Goes back to old ways. Badao, a creature of this, and he shows the dimmed light. Not darkness like night, but darkness like
Shadows.
no one to live. Yes?
So it resonates with the undead.
Yes. If Badao here, maybe we kill him, yes? Prevent death of civilization for next eon.
If we meet a shadow dragon, I suggest we do not engage directly.
Yeah, he might be a bit strong, man.
We will find a way to get rid of it.
Yes.
He'll
Good.
just say harsh words.
But how harsh words stop Badao?
Break his spirit? Hurt his feelings?
You do not understand Badao. He will break your spirit, Iroh.
That's pretty hard, to be honest.
All right. Well, for now, thank you for the information. We'll keep it in mind.
Yes.
Let's head on.
Yes.
As all of you march on further and further, eventually you begin to realize that you might be close to a place of the surface as the ground begins to rumble once more with the rhythmic footfall of giant folk. But then you realize that you might be a little bit too deep underground right now to feel their footfalls.
I have one sweet vial of centipede poison left.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pour that over my spear tip.
All right, so with that you pop a little bit of poison and put it onto your spear.
Yeah.
As all of you venture further into the cave system, you realize that the footfalls are not above you, but in front of you. And eventually you realize that it is just a little bit in front of you, as eventually Grakal's light begins to emanate just at the edge of what seems to be a larger cavern opening up in front of you. As you can hear.
I think this is the time to go into sleep mode.
Yeah, with a light on.
I know they usually say leave the light on, but I think we should turn it off.
To be honest, I cannot see in the dark.
Yes.
Can you?
Neither can I, but
They probably
they
can.
can't.
Remember,
Oh, yeah,
Like,
fair.
remember how
I
we
was gonna
fought
say,
goblins?
but they can't, and then I was like, wait, they probably can. So, yeah,
Iroh, remember how we fought goblins?
yeah.
Yes. Stand back.
I raise my shield. I slam it down onto the ground with the tip. And I roar. I make an intimidate
Hannah-
check to roar.
Hannah wanted to just say, well, I could give one person dark vision today. I have one spell casting of dark vision left.
I push my fist into Grakal's mouth to momentarily shut him up.
Do you still want to shout?
Well,
let me give my.
Can he reach
I mean,
your mouth?
I feel like his fist is like roughly the size of an M&M to Grakal.
Yeah, but it does work on your throat.
That's fair. No, yeah. So you punch me in the throat. I feel like that is appropriate.
So you have this uvula hanging, and Iroh just jumps up and.
No, but it's okay. He draws my attention.
Hannah.
Listen to Hannah.
Well, do we want to use it here? I just have one left.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Should I?
I think so. Yeah, you're the most perceptive of us, except for Hannah herself. But
All right. Let's step back just around the corner from the large sound then.
Yes. If you guys might want to dim the light actually. Stand in the darkness completely.
Yeah, so
Rely
you
on
have
your
your ever-burning torch around your chest, which is like this fireball that should burn your scales, but it's magical fire, so it doesn't do anything. So you cannot put it out, but you
but I
can
can
cover
put
it
it
up.
under my,
Yeah, you can cover it up.
Yeah. So I put down my shield exactly where I am, like on the precipice of this larger cavern. I raise it, and then I just dip it into my chest plate.
And with that, complete darkness falls over all of you, as well as Hannah, who also loses concentration on her dancing light spell and takes a step back together with you, Allison, to slam her staff onto the ground. And you can almost see a little bit of green hue from the earth, eventually just coalescing in her staff. And with a small tap on your forehead, the green glow moves from her staff into your forehead and into your eyes. Just light up for 1 second in green light. From there on out, your eyes start to glow as cat's eyes in the dark. And everything is very clear to you all of a sudden. You take a step towards the large cavern that you were just at the precipice of.
Now that you can see in dark vision, you can see Iro like doing like bunny ears behind Kurkol.
Which comes up to like halfway his back.
Yeah.
So with that, could we get the battle map on screen?
Oh, I can most definitely.
So
It's just a push of a button.
just right over there.
One push.
All right.
One push, one opportunity.
Yeah.
So-
One shot.
We have
Mom spaghetti.
Recall standing right over here, we'll say.
Yeah, for now we don't see.
Yeah,
anything.
not yet. So Allison is walking up right
Spoiler
over there.
alert.
Yeah.
With Iro, Hannah, and Melo. We'll just put you there, right over there. And
Oh, I'm so excited.
let's see what you guys see. So let me get the fog of war.
Now
out
let's see
there.
what he sees
Yeah.
specifically, right?
Yeah, nobody else will see
All
a
right.
thing.
Perfect.
Bam.
Oh,
You can see that in this cave system, you have a very, very high ceiling, like 40 or 50 feet up. And at the top of it, you can again see all these beautiful white crystalline stalactite formations all across the ceiling, with like one large cluster in the grand middle of it, with small clusters all draped onto the edges of the ceiling itself. Except for in the lower left, where you can see that from above there was some sort of cave-in, and with it a large stone sarcophagus came down and actually broke halfway onto the floor itself, from which emerged a giant skeleton. Still clad in the armor scraps that it wore in life, it is now just wandering this large cavern with a large glaive in its hands, rusted from long ago from which it was buried, a large horned helmet still atop of its head, and just walking aimlessly. What you can also see is that with the time that was given to your adversaries further into the cave, that the exit from this large cave system is caved in. You can see like small bits of places where you can look through it. Go ahead and make a general intelligence check for me, please.
16.
16. It seems to be that this cave was haphazardly closed off, and as such it would only take like a few minutes to clear the area, but that would be more than enough for this giant to raise its glaive and decapitate all of you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I really wonder how he did not notice us with our lights. Right now, what is he doing?
Right now he's just slowly and easily like dragging his glaive behind him as he just just takes a few steps to the side and then back.
Okay, so he doesn't really have purpose. He's just moving around.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a certain pattern into it?
Go ahead. Well, you wait for a second.
Yeah.
And not really. He just seems to be wandering a little bit through the cave system.
Okay.
Like he sets a few steps here, then he sets a few steps over there, then he sets a few steps over there, then back to here, then he walks a little bit to a sarcophagus, then back. You wait for like a minute to observe his pattern, but there doesn't really seem to be a pattern in it.
Okay.
What do your elven eyes see?
You say that?
Yes. Yes.
Does it respond?
Does it respond?
because he's.
Now, I was already talking very loud before.
Yeah, fair.
So
Thing doesn't seem to be responding
Gurkal
right now.
figures like if he'd been attacked, that's why he got the shield up, right?
Call does not know how to talk.
Okay.
in a low
This is my whisper voice.
Okay. So there's there's an undead giant here. So one of those skeletons before, but then a lot bigger. Do I have any?
So
idea
what did you say, Gurkal, about being behind you?
Do I have any idea what kind of giant it is? What kind of subspecies it should have been?
Go ahead and make a lore giants check.
That'd be 16.
The 16, like looking at the mass of it, like the size, he was probably a stone giant.
Stone giant.
Yeah.
All right. Small stone giant, right? Because it's only a large creature, or is it a huge creature?
It is a large creature, yeah.
Alright.
Like the stone giants are very thin and very large, so he only takes up 4 spaces, this one,
Okay. Okay. Fair.
but he does seem to be a stone giant,
Okay.
an adult one at that.
The path onwards is blocked by rubble, so people know we're here. They caved it in.
Well, do they know we're here, or do they know that he's here?
No, they probably know we're here. It seemed to have been done, well, at least haphazardly and, yeah, with purpose.
Well,
So the only thing, like, we cannot go around this guy, so I think we're just gonna have to engage. But how are we gonna do this?
yeah, that's quite a good question, to be honest.
We kill giant.
Yes, but how? In what way? Like,
Gurkal
we've got-
confusedly looks at his spear.
we've
he
got
is-
time to talk
he is
tactics.
big.
Let's.
We might want to, he's just by himself, so we kind of have to surround him, I believe. But can we like get the first hand on him, maybe?
Think so. All right. Hannah, what do you have prepared?
Maybe something from
I'm
something
looking
like a
up right
range attack.
now. When Gurkal hunts big monsters, Hannah can do thing to monster. I throw down monster, and Hannah can do thing that she do to you when you sleep. Yes,
And that is.
You want to tie him up.
maybe legs. Yes.
You want to drop funny things on his face.
No, but easier to stab if on the ground.
You've
Yes.
done that to
Oh
me.
yeah. No.
What you guys remember from your encounter with the other skeletons, right up until now, is that as they are just skeletons, a lot of the normal types of damage that would hurt a living creature do not hurt a skeleton as much.
Yeah.
Things that would normally hurt the flesh, such as piercing, slashing damage, fire, electricity, don't bother it so much.
No.
So all those types of damage are a little bit, well, resistant.
Do I have the idea that it would be vulnerable to bludgeoning?
You guys realize that from your previous encounter as well.
Alright.
That bludgeoning damage, like all of these bones, because they're old and brittle, well, it says itself, like they're old and brittle. So yeah, like smack it with something heavy and they crack easily.
All right. It seems I'll just be fighting with my fist today.
Ah, you're doing it the Iroh way.
You're just going to go punch a skeleton.
Yeah.
Very well.
I do have martial practice.
You have martial practice. Oh, okay. So you are actually
I'm
trained in unarmed
proficient
combat.
in unarmed combat.
Very well, very well.
I
I never used it, but
So
put
in-
my
in-
spear in my shield, click, and I grab the whip again.
I throw it to the ground. Then all of you hurt it. Hannah, tie up.
could you
Well, I think
try
we
and
should.
keep it on the ground so it's just flat-footed all the time?
Yes, I can
Alright,
try.
I guess that's a tactic then. It's probably going to be strong though.
Yeah.
Yes,
I go into mountain stance.
I hope so.
As I say, like, yeah, I think we should just
All right.
All right.
Gurkal,
get on with it.
Gurkal and you, Iroh, you guys take it from the front. Melo and I will go from the back, and Hannah cast range spells on it.
I can try, but I only have lightning spells prepared and fire, and both didn't really seem to be that helpful.
Can you still turn into an animal?
I can, yes.
Can you
Maybe
can you
Hannah
turn-
tie together foot of beast.
I don't think we
I
have
think
the time
Hannah
for that.
as a bear would work better.
Do you have an animal form that can actually bludgeon in this thing? A boar or something? I don't know.
I don't think she has.
I have no idea.
A bear is kind of like
No, it's
bludgeoning.
slashing.
Yeah, slashing and piercing, like biting and claws and all that sort of stuff.
All right. Well, you be you.
Okay.
Pick something.
So as this starts up, Hannah is, as you guys are preparing, she's going to turn into a bear.
Yes.
A Morningstar would come in handy.
Let's see.
A Morningstar would have come in handy.
A Morningstar would indeed have come in handy this time. But, so, let's see.
So what's an animal that would actually do bludgeoning damage?
I don't
bull.
know. A bull.
A bull. Yeah.
Well, no, that's
For
actually
now-
also piercing
yeah.
in this game.
For now, I'll say Hannah doesn't know bulls.
There you
So-
go.
So there.
She's just gonna be a bear because we know that those stats.
Where is?
All
Where
right.
are her bear
Oh yeah,
stats?
no, it's over there. If you one page further, there, bottom.
Oh, right over here. Yeah, cool.
Yep. So
Awesome.
there are a couple of animals there. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
there's
yeah.
something that does have bludgeoning.
It actually helps that
ape,
I'm
for example?
consistently next to her now.
Let's see. Oh yeah, right. She could turn into an ape. And yep, fist 2d6 bludgeoning.
Cool.
All right, awesome. So
gonna be
she's
an
going
ape.
to turn into an
Dope.
ape right over there,
Basically, she's gonna be herself, but
but then hairier.
hairier. Yeah.
Well,
All right. So
Hippos. I feel like that's biting.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we've got
Yeah.
a plan. So let's
she's
just
an ape,
engage.
and we know that she already turned to an ape before, so that's a thing that
Okay,
she would
okay.
go to, I believe. All right. So, as all of you are making your own plans and standing at the ready, as you guys are going to run in, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the time for you to use athletics as initiative.
Yes. Also, what I do, so I have so I pull out the torch again,
Okay.
Yeah. We need
and
it.
it's attached to this wolf fang, this wolf pelt necklace I have, which still has one magical wolf fang attached to it.
It does.
So I'm gonna activate that to get +4 on my next trip attempt.
Nice.
Yep.
snap.
It's a one-use thing, so
Yep.
after that it's gone. But
See if we can bring down this giant.
yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
I feel like that's. I
So-
feel like this is an appropriate moment.
With that, I would like all of you to roll athletics to see who goes first as we jump into combat.
Do I also need? Can I use something else? Acrobatics or just
No, this
perception?
is just running in. This would be athletics.
Can I use stealth?
No, this is athletics, and I'll show you soon.
Okay. I can be sneaking up on him.
Nope, you can't.
Okay.
So, Hannah,
I have no athletics.
if you guys are running in, as soon as you guys seem to run in, as you get over a certain threshold, the giant fixes his gaze upon you.
Okay.
So with that,
There's a spell here.
I believe so because he should not be alive.
and Hannah,
And that's not just a personal preference.
you're technically correct, the best kind of correct.
Yeah.
All right, so initiatives, 20 or higher.
22,
22 for Grakal.
natural 10.
Nice. So Hannah will be next, I believe, with a 14 on the die.
Nope, 16.
Oh, 16?
I have
No,
16, but she had
Like,
14 on
yeah,
the die. No,
yeah,
that's
she had
right.
like,
Well, her athletics shouldn't. Oh well, she's. An
yeah,
ape
she's
now.
an animal. So, frick it, we're just gonna put her right there.
16.
16 for Iro. Very good, very good. And Allison,
5.
5. Yay! All right, so
I have nothing in athletics.
I mean, you've got your fist, man. You got a lot going for you right there. All right, so as you guys are running in, first up, Grakal, what do you want to do?
No way. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
you're
for
first,
it.
man. This is athletics. They actually listened to you, and they were standing behind you. And you, as all of you start running, as Captain America in Avengers, you just like whoop, just sprint in front of all of them.
Oh damn! I have performance anxiety now.
What do you want to do?
No, so I move my I move the appropriate 20 feet so that I'm within reach range of him,
All right.
if that's possible. So
let's
that's
see.
5,
Like
15,
20 feet, you can get right over
20.
there.
Well, I could even go here and then it's like one square
So
diagonally there.
you need.
Oh, you
10
want to?
feet.
You want to? Oh, yeah, because you have 10 feet range.
I've reached,
Right.
yeah,
so
with my
so
whip.
you just run up to there.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's one action. You still have 2 left. What do you want to do?
So Grakal just roar, raise my shield first, and then go for the trip attempt with my
With the large whip. All
Whip.
right.
So trip is against his reflex DC.
Very well, very well.
I get +1 from the magical whip, and I get +4 from the fang. So that's +5 total for a total of 17 on my athletics.
Oh.
And that's a natural 20, motherfucker!
So with that,
he also takes damage.
yeah, and he critically fails right now. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah,
He takes a bit of damage.
He falls and lands and takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, nice.
Bludgeoning. That's
For
great.
which he is
Vulnerable.
vulnerable, indeed.
1 damage.
No, sorry. The trip action, critical failure, you lose your balance and fall and land prone.
Oh yeah, that's if I fail. I'm the one making the check.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, okay, because you're doing the trip. It's a critical success for you tripping it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so he trips and falls and takes how much?
1 damage.
1 point of damage. Double to 2. So,
Oh,
very
it's only
nice.
doubled. It doesn't have. It's not
Well,
a
it's-
fixed number.
No, it's up to those number of points that can be added, right?
Ah.
Like it's not like if you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage, you get a +5.
I think it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that vulnerability?
I think it is, but just you use your rules for now.
Nice.
Look it up. Okay, so that's your
That's my
turn, I
entire
believe.
turn.
All
So
right.
I scream, yes! So you all see, of course, this giant now lying on the floor as I'm dragging at him with my whip, right hand, with my whip, and I scream, now, go!
Okay. Who's
Wa-
next?
Watch him being next in initiative. Huh?
Let's see.
Then I have to delay next turn.
So probably Hannah next.
Yep, Hannah is next. Although
She's
I'm
already
also looking up the vulnerability rules, which I cannot find right now. So Hannah,
look him up.
Hannah is just going to run up and going to. What was the idea? Was she
She's an
going
ape,
to?
and she's just gonna.
Yeah, just going to
stampede
smack
Now
right
that
now?
he's flat-footed, they're
Yeah.
just gonna pound on the guy.
All right, so Hannah just runs up
Sounds
and
really
is
mean
going
if
to
you
indeed
say that,
pound
like
the
we
giant.
tackle him and we just kind of pound
Beat
him.
him
Yeah,
up.
he's just gonna pound him.
We're like,
All right.
hey, we're gonna take your lunch. Bam, bam, bam.
You're not from our turf.
So Hannah's still a little bit down from all of the magical darkness effects around her, is still a little bit blue, and as such her demeanor is also blue. So a large blue ape just begins to smack on the giant for a total of, I'm sorry.
Are
that-
we the bullies here?
Yeah, are we the bad guys?
That'll
Yeah.
be...
I
What
want to
have we
say
done?
I want to say I don't care because
Alright,
I'm
so-
getting to beat up a giant.
The first one is a 14, I'm afraid, so that one will miss, but she still has one action left to go at it, and that one will be a 16. So
All right.
the ape form is still a little bit new to Hannah, and as such, she just smacks on what seems to be the giant, but actually she's just hitting the glaive part itself. It also looks a little bit like a bone, so he's just like smacking that,
Yeah.
but it doesn't really do
Especially
anything.
with the rust and any. And
Yeah, indeed. So the glaive is a little bit broken, but it already was a little bit broken, so you win some, you lose some. But with that, her turn comes to an end, and Iro, we are back to you. What do you want to do?
So I run up as well.
All right.
I think I'm gonna do 2 actions to get on the other side of. Call.
Yes, quite. All right, so you are gonna go right over here. With 40 feet movement, you'll get right over there, but that will be a straight line. You have to circumvent a little bit, so yeah, that will be 2 actions.
Cool, and then I'm just gonna attack him twice.
All right, go ahead. The giant is down.
So the first one is a 23,
23 will hit, yeah.
and a. Oh, that's not an 11.
And an 11. 11 won't be enough, I'm afraid.
So that's
You were correct, Allison.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of bludgeoning damage, increased to. Oh no, wait! Pew. Ah, I've been lying to you. This skeleton doesn't have vulnerability to
Okay.
bludgeoning damage. It seems.
Okay.
It seems that this large skeleton, as you come up to it and smack it, something that I didn't realize either. You smack it, but these bones are like too big. As the skeleton is from a giant, they're not as brittle as you would think. But you still deal how much?
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. So
All right. All right.
with that, we come to the giant's turn. The giant will first take one of his actions to get up, and from there, yeah, he's going to use a feature that you guys remember from the Cyclops that you fought before. As he gets up his large glaive, one large swoop with his last 2 actions to make a broad swipe, which will be a strike towards you as well as Hannah, for a total natural 1. So, as the glaive first comes by Grukal, Grukal gets up his shield and pushes it back, and the glaive just gets back into the air, and the giant has to take a step back to get back his balance. And that's his entire turn.
I
Allison,
try not to
back
get
up.
stepped on.
Alright, so Hannah also has some temporary hit points. Don't forget to add those.
Hannah has some temporary hit points.
Transforming into an animal gives you temporary hit points.
Neato.
So Allison's gonna flank.
Which is 5. Cool.
Allison's gonna flank.
Allison is going to flank.
Yep.
All right, so Allison will run up.
Probably has 2 actions.
Yeah, those will be 2 actions
That's
to get in
fine.
flanking position.
That's
Do you want to be right over here, or would you like to be right over there?
I believe the other side, so Melo can take this spot.
All right, so you want to get right over there.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Melo can flank easier as well.
All right, so you run up with your fists.
Yeah, with my fist.
Okay.
So Allison, he's not making punches like using strength. Like he's very specifically looking at weak points. Like he's been taught how to just, not using ki like a monk would, but basically, okay, so I know that, for example, the nose is a very weak point, or the throat or something, or down on between on the side of his knees, on the kneecap, etc. Like he's basically constantly punching at places where he's just gonna disbalance this guy.
And you
So
think
you
that
have,
we monks don't realize this? You
Yeah,
think that
definitely
we
you
monks
do.
are
You
dumb?
definitely do.
So you have like this checklist, like nose, he doesn't have one. So kidney shots, he doesn't have those either. Kneecaps, he does have kneecaps.
He does have kneecaps, yeah.
For now.
And I can probably
Actually,
barely reach those.
you can reach those.
Take
All right.
the kneecaps.
He's on the ground. You can easily reach
Oh,
him
he's not
now.
on the ground.
He isn't on the ground
Oh,
anymore. He stood up. He stood up.
All right, I was.
But he
not-
does. He had taken a step back. So now you have like this one leg just in front of you. Ooh, kneecap. Yeah, so going for
basically
kneecaps.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna make a strike against his kneecap.
All right, for a
Natural
total of-
1.
Natural 1.
I have to
So
get used to my fist.
you got this. You got this.
I see this happening and I'm like, you're really close. Keep going.
although you do realize right now that bludgeoning damage isn't really that vulnerable.
Still, but
He
both
isn't
my,
really
both my
vulnerable.
other weapons don't hurt him at all. So
Okay.
that hurts.
It woke you up at least.
Yeah.
Woke you up at least. So
That's
that
my
was your
turn.
turn.
Yeah.
Then we are back to the top of the round, and we are back to Grukal. Although Melo had a free action to move. So Melo actually moved. Let's see, right over. Like Melo's movement speed is 35. Oh, so he can get all the way over there. Yeah. Okay. So Melo moved. I'm sorry, Hannah. I don't really know how it works. Grukal.
So I scream. I delay. I scream. Everyone, wait! I throw down again, and I delay. I delay my turn until after the giant.
Until after the giants. All right.
Yes.
Very well. So Grukal delays his turn. Then Hannah is. The monkey just. So Hannah also delays. Like
I hope so. Yes,
If she wants to.
if she
Okay.
wants to.
So
Like, in general, we're still flanking, so the bonus from being on the ground is the same as she would have now.
Not everyone is flanking. I feel. Either way, I think it's useless if I throw him down and then he just immediately gets up before anyone gets a chance.
Fair.
all right. So
Even if
Hannah,
and also if I grab him or grapple him or stuff like that.
all right. So for now, Hannah will heed your warning and will also delay. So with that, her large monkey fists come up, and with that, she just steps back a little bit to see what the giant will do.
Okay.
All right. So Hannah also delays. Iro, we're back to you.
So
wasn't
delaying
the-
takes 2 actions, so she still has 1 action left.
Oh, then I also have. No, I think that's
No,
readying.
delay.
action.
Delay. We're not readying
oh,
actions. We just
delaying.
delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We just
I'm-
delay
I'm-
till
I'm
after the giant.
Lowering my place in initiative.
Cool.
All right. So Iro.
Wasn't a giant before me?
No, the giant was after you.
So I figured, well, it would be a waste. It would be a waste to just waste 2 actions to delay 1. So I'm just gonna
You
pop
No,
can-
it.
no,
No,
we
no,
just
no.
established that was not the case.
No.
Oh yeah.
You can just
wait.
change lower your place in initiative.
Well, I follow the group then.
Okay, so you
Perfect.
also delay. Then afterwards, the giant is, so I'm just gonna put it at the top of the initiative order right now. Yeah, because you can't get back up in the
No,
initiative order. You can
exactly.
only delay and you can never get back up. So right now the giant is taking its turn. So, right now, the only one that has done it damage is Grakal.
Perfect.
So, yeah, he's going to...
He's also done a little bit of damage.
A little bit, but like dropping down... I feel like Grakal would still be the one to target at this
I
moment.
think so as well.
Yeah. All right.
That's
so,
why I didn't say anything. I was like, I did too much.
So, as the large giant foot hit the ground, he steps forward once again and woof, tries to do the same thing. So, a sweep attack against you and Hannah both for a total of... That'll be 19? No. So, Grakal still at the ready with his shield. The second hit only catches the shield and is pushed back. He still has one action left though, and with this, as you are really, really annoying, he's just going to pierce the glaive just to you this time.
Perfect.
So with a -10,
Come at me, bro.
that'll be a 20?
No.
No. Still, you position yourself correctly and the glaive just slides off, digs into the ground without any damage. And with that, the momentum, you can take it and your action is yours.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna just go for it. So
yeah.
I feel like it might be interesting to grapple him this time.
Very good.
Now that we are already flanking him, like you said, so I'm gonna grapple him. I'm gonna make that athletics check
All right.
against his fortitude DC.
Go for it.
That is gonna be a 29.
29, yeah. That'll be enough. It won't be a
Perfect.
crit,
Nice.
but it will be enough to grapple him.
Nice.
Perfect.
So, as the glaive gets into the ground, you just, with what do you grapple him? Like
With
whip?
the whip.
All right, so you can get it like all the way around his arm and just like pull him down. So he's now grappled by you, pulled in place.
Sweet.
So what you can do right now, I believe, is go from a grapple to do another grapple check to get him restrained, right?
Now, if I make he is right now grabbed and he cannot.
You need a crit success to be restrained. I believe.
Yeah, it's a critical
Oh, okay.
success to completely restrain him.
Right. Okay.
But that's okay because right now he's at a place where I like it. So I'm gonna raise my shield as he's stuck towards me until the end of my next turn or start, and I just bash him in the face. I pull him
Alright.
towards my shield, just
Bam! Smack!
hopefully.
All right, go ahead for your attack.
Probably not though. That is gonna be a 15.
15 won't be enough, I'm afraid. Like, you actually do smack him square in the face, and you can actually see like a crack running through the skull, like under the helmet with the large horns, but it doesn't really seem to phase the magical enchantment that is actually keeping the skeleton together at this moment.
That's fair.
How tall is this creature?
This creature is, like, he is thin and very tall, so he
Yeah.
would be like 6 meters high.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
And I'm holding that down,
Yep.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, he is trying. You hear like this low gurgling sound as the air only is running through the bones and all the bones begin to vibrate. But other than that, it seems to be completely empty. 2 hollow sockets in his head and just a jaw that is hanging just a little bit loose, no flesh whatsoever. Whatever the stone giant was in life, it is now reduced to nothing but a vessel for the dark enchantment that holds it in place.
Perfect. All right, so one thing. So aside from the fact that he's flat-footed to everyone
Hell
and he's
yeah.
immobilized,
No worries.
he must make a DC 5 flat check
Yep.
to manipulate anything.
Ooh, nice.
Basically, do most things he wants to do.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Which is not attacks.
Yeah, attacks
No,
are not manipulated.
Attacks are not manipulate actions. No. All right. So that was your turn.
Fortunately.
Then afterwards we are back to Hannah. So as this creature is now in place, Hannah is going to wail upon him. So first one is going to go. Oh, that was so close to a natural 20, but that will be enough for a normal hit. Then the second one is coming in for natural 2, and the third one is coming in for natural 5. Okay, so she gets one nice solid hit in for a total of 7 plus. Your damage bonus is +1. And our strength based. Is this just like the dice +1? Is that it?
No, it should be
No.
more.
But where does it say so?
Yeah.
Grakal can figure this
It's
out.
4. I'm gonna rule that it's 4. So that's 7 plus 4 equals 9 points of damage. All right. So with that, the large monkey is just smacking, and you can actually hear small little cracks beginning to form in the large giant's body.
Nice.
After her turn, we are back to Iroh. What do you want to do with your life?
I'm also gonna smack him because
Hell
that
yeah.
seems to work properly.
So where this large monkey form is just like whipping him with his large arms, you're going to go in
Yeah.
for the monk jabs. Go ahead and make your attacks.
So first one is 25.
25 will hit, yeah. Oh, sorry, 25 will be a crit now because he's flat-footed.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah.
the next one is gonna be a 21.
21, that will
Yep.
be a normal hit.
So first for the crit, then will be 16 points of damage,
16 points of damage, very nice, very nice.
and then another 6 points of damage.
For a total of 22 points of damage. All right, and with that, pop, 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 kung. One of the large ribs of the giant falls down and pierces a little bit of the stonework beneath you, just like, just next to there. Wow, like hitting the ice, like the crack just moved all the way up and eventually just reached one of its ribs that then fell from its ribcage. Oof, very nice. He's already seeming not too happy about all of this.
Okay. I'm gonna punch him one more time.
All right.
Because I can,
Whack!
which is not gonna be enough. That's gonna be 3.
So
Yeah.
with that, you whack, and you just skid off one of the bones, and whoa!
And
A bit slippery.
as I see Allison trying to do what I do on a daily basis, I kind of hope for him to do better. And I cast Bless.
Ooh.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Bless is 2 actions.
Oh yeah, fair. I don't.
You you
I
want to
hope
cast
you
bless,
wanted
but
to.
then you
Spoiler
realize that you
alert.
don't have enough time for that. All right.
But I appreciate the gesture
Yeah.
though.
You don't cast bless, you cast encouraging words.
Yeah, I just shout, hit him!
And with that, Allison, oh my God, you're supposed to hit him. That's the thing. Go for it.
That's the
It's your
clue.
turn.
If this is gonna work.
So you use your first action to put all your fingers back into place after you broke.
Yeah,
No.
that's. I need some healing. I'm gonna try one more time
All right, go ahead.
for a natural 20.
It worked.
Hell yeah.
It worked.
Encouraging words,
It
man.
definitely
Powerful spell.
worked.
So that's well, basically just
2d4. Yeah, it's 1d4
oh yeah.
an unarmed attack.
Oh,
normally.
snap.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's a lot of damage.
Damn.
I'm not sure why they didn't make it 1 plus your bonus, but it's just
5th edition
1d4.
rules. Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so go for it.
and I got sneak attack on this.
Hell yeah.
It's not a lot though, because I roll very shy. 11 points of damage in total.
All right. So, how do you want to do this?
Oh wow, that's easy. So basically, I see that people are holding him down, etc. You with your whip around his neck or something, pulling him down. Basically, I see an opening, and I see that your attack basically made him fall to one knee. So basically, okay, I can jump on that, and then go to there, and then go to there, and then go to there, and basically I just jump up,
two,
and
up,
give him
two,
one
up.
kick in his face.
All right.
It's gonna
so
explode now, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
as you as you run up towards the skull, you get
Well-
there, and there you smack it square in the face.
I give it a knee.
with your knee and you can actually as the two halves of his skull fall to the ground, and the rest of the skeleton scatters into place, and you all wait for it. No explosion.
This skeleton was here in a physical form because of the
Yeah.
sarcophagus.
So I'm instantly going there.
There's a reason. Yeah, I was thinking of the same thing. I
the
want to know
sarcophagus?
Yeah.
who we just beat.
So, all of you, the adrenaline subsides, and then two of you
Yeah.
sprint towards the
Arrow,
sarcophagus.
wait.
Oh, I'm not gonna touch it.
Wait. This might very well be trapped.
So- If we can
Fair,
get the
fair.
battle map out of there and go back to the normal screen.
So
So-
Gurkal grabs part of the skull and kind of starts chewing on it in a disappointed manner.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's dusty and
Yeah,
I
it's bone.
spit and I'm just like
There's nothing to eat here.
bony, and I walk off.
All right. So Allison, as he's halted Iro's movement, he's slowly gonna approach and carefully gonna look if there are traps here.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
So I still have the
Yep.
+2.
You still have the +2.
So that's a 25.
25, all right. You take a look. You do not see any traps. You do see, however, that the sarcophagus was pushed open a little bit. Like you take a look, and it seems that the cave-in was natural. At least it seems that way.
Okay.
But whoever took this skeleton and conjured this undead being from it did pull it out of the sarcophagus. You can also see that there isn't really anything of other things inside the sarcophagus except for one thing, and that is that there is a rod made of stone with all different runes etched upon it, and you can see that it is beautifully crafted. It is a large piece of black granite, but it's beautifully smooth. Like with your dark vision, you can see anything. It would be worth quite a penny. However, go ahead and make a lore giants check to see what you know about this.
Before I make this lore check, does this compare a bit to what the shaman guy, the rune carver used?
Go ahead and make a lore giant.
Okay, so while he's doing that lore check, I want to do something possibly disrespectful, and I'm
Seems
going
appropriate for
to
protocol.
right. So I'm going to put like half of that giant skull, and I'm like gonna put it on my head like a helmet.
So you have like one eye socket still
Yeah.
like covering your eye socket.
Oh, perfect.
You also have like this helmet that was on top of this creature, which is like this big with then horns coming from outside it.
I look at it, I grab it by one of the horns, and I look. New drinking cup.
So basically, that helmet will cover Iro completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can live in it.
And with those two horns, you could also like just like put it into the ground upside down and make soup in it.
Yeah.
Like put a fire under it, make soup.
I can make a bath.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, recall.
8.
8. You can see that this horn has like it's been scratched. It's got scratchings all over it. Whatever.
That's fair.
All right. So
16.
16. Okay. So you take a look. You realize that this is some sort of a tablet that was supposed to be buried with this person. From it, you can read a couple of things. Basically, it's like his headstone. And
I was waiting for that.
You're gonna write it down?
his name was in life was Eltag Grathor.
Okay.
He was a previous chieftain,
Oh wow.
and he was known to make the most beautiful carvings. In his reign, the stone giant civilization that lived here raised to new heights of artistic value.
Nice.
Eltag Grothar. You figure that taking this while fetching a pretty penny would be frowned upon
Dishonorable.
at least. Yeah.
So whilst I'm reading this, I see you mess up his helmet and his.
Yeah, no,
hat,
I'm
etc.
dragging the helmet along as I move a bit further into the cave system.
Good call.
Yes?
Do you mind if we put him back in his resting place?
But
His resting place is 20 feet upward and somewhere in a hole over there.
I meant the body. Into
Oh,
the
right,
sarcophagus.
into the sarcophagus. Yeah, you could do that.
Do you mind? To honor our giant friends.
For Yenna.
fine.
This man seemed to be one of their previous leaders.
A chieftain.
We kill strong warrior then.
Well, remains off, but yes.
Still counts. And I give you the half skull.
I literally cannot carry this. So I was gonna ask you to, could both of you, or three of you, you're strung out too, right, Hannah? Could you guys carry the bones?
Oh, you can do some work as well, man. I mean, we're not in Noble Town over
Greg, I'll
here.
do it. It's fine.
Okay, but let Grikal do it.
I do the small
It's
bones.
all of us or only Grikal, but not like the three
well,
of
very
us.
well.
I do the small bones.
Hannah will also
Some
help with
fingers
her
and
large
such.
ape body to drag a couple of bones. So it doesn't take too long, like in
I
would say, like
proudly carry
2 or
the
3
kneecaps.
minutes. In 2 or 3 minutes, you can at least like put everything back, and Hannah can actually see that there was a large seal that was broken, and she can actually say, "Oh, I can fix that. I can fix that," because she had mending prepared.
Nice.
So as
Yeah.
you guys take it,
Please.
push it all back.
Yeah.
I still have the helmet.
Would you?
Can I keep the cup?
Do I feel like
We'll get a
this
better
is
cup.
ceremonial armor? Or
Go ahead.
something?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
20.
20. What Grakal saw as just mere scratches, you can actually see with a closer look like, oh, those are weird. Like, oh wait, the horns are also covered in runes. They are like the time has faded them quite a bit, but it's surely that this horned helmet was also part of the ceremony of burying.
It's ceremonial. Do you mind putting it back too? I'll get you another cup someday.
Yes. And I lift it up. Grakal gets, I guess, the gist of what is going on here. So he just like puts it in
If
there.
any of us should get a ceremony, it would be called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All those rituals.
I carefully like place it over the messy pile of bones we have made in that sarcophagus.
So
No way are we
Basically,
reassembling this.
what you guys have been doing is just putting in there, and Allison's has been doing the puzzle. Like he's gonna.
Yeah, putting them into place.
Yeah.
Like eventually you just like put it like, oh no. Better.
Better.
So, but eventually you put everything there. The helmet also goes in. Like this is just a few minutes afterwards. Hannah casts mending. Mending. How long does it take?
10 minutes, I believe.
Right.
Or a minute. 102.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
In that case, I'm going to use my focus point. Oh, no one got damaged.
I still have 6.
You still had a couple of points of damage.
I use my focus point to use lay on hands on you.
Okay. While Hannah's doing this, guys, can we clear the rubble?
Yeah, we should get on that.
All right.
Grakal, clear rubble.
Thanks.
All right. So everybody who is trying to clear the rubble, go ahead and make an athletics check for me, please.
I will help. So I will do that as well.
Before we do this, Grakal, do you
I already
mind
rolled, so
giving
I'm gonna
me
lay
a lift? I want to see what's up there. Like there's a hole in the right
Yeah, but it's 20 feet.
where this yeah.
Yeah. Like there seemed to be like some sort of a cave in from which the
Yeah, I
sarcophagus
wanna
actually
look up.
came. All right. So without much effort, like with a little bit of help, and you pull yourself upward.
But I don't want to give him a little bit of help.
Just-
I want to really rugby football him up
All
there.
right. So go ahead first, make the athletics check to throw Allison.
That is a 25.
So as
Acrobatic
you
check?
no,
Just a little push that-
reflex saving throw. No. Acrobatics check, yeah.
25.
25. All right. As
Teamwork.
Grakal is standing there, like you take a few steps back and hop. Beautiful landing. Like you just traveled like 10 meters in air without much ado, and you can just take a look already.
I have dark vision, so
Yeah.
I see everything.
You can see that this is a very pretty, very beautifully carved with murals on both sides tomb with a very, very strong like stone lid just a little bit further up, because there is first a few steps of a staircase that then ends up to like what seemed to be like the lid of this tomb. So you had like a place where the sarcophagus was laid in, with also like the murals on both sides and on the back and at the end, and just like the back corner was the place where this caved in and this thing slided down. And you can see like beautiful murals of like stone mountains and all different types of stone giants carving all different types of beautiful things. And with that you can also see that there are giant runes written atop across all of it, of all of the different beautiful artistic pieces that he made. You can read stories about a moment where he actually carved the very peak of a mountain to be in the visage of a large stone giant, which is basically like the size of Mount Rushmore, which he completely carved out to be one large stone giant, heaving a hammer and a chisel to further on with his work. You can see the places where he made beautiful houses out of stone, which were so intricate that people would swear that it was made from multiple pieces. But if you looked really, really closely, you could see that it was all one massive piece of stone. He actually made it possible for like gears to move inside each other from the one single stone piece.
Oh wow.
So he was able to carve like stone doors from one stonework that could actually turn in and out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
he was very, very mechanical in his mind with all of his crafting.
Okay, so the next 10 minutes, Allison's gonna do two things. First, he's gonna look if there's a way out of here too, from up here, and if it's trapped. And the second, he's just gonna take these 10 minutes and just learn as much as possible from the burial rituals from these giants as possible.
Then I would like you to make 2 checks. First off, make a crafting check for me.
17.
17. So with your dark vision, you take a good look at the edge of this tomb that is closed off, and eventually with your dark vision, with a lot of effort, you can see that there is an area which is completely sealed off. So this would be an opening, but it would also break like a seal, which is probably left untouched if you want to make friends with giants.
Yeah.
For the rest, go ahead and make a Lord Giants check to see what all types of things that you can fathom.
Allison's gonna cast guidance on himself doing this. So basically he's gonna take a deep breath, and his body's starting to glow a bit as he leaves his breath, and as the breath left his lungs, and then, all right, let's learn. And he's gonna look around very well.
In the meantime, we clear the rubble.
Yep.
So,
A natural 20.
nice.
So yes.
So, in the meantime, you go ahead and make your athletics check to see how quickly and how far you can go. Hannah will do the same in her ape form.
I already rolled, so I'm 13.
13.
25.
25. All right, Grukal, you are just standing there and doing all the heavy lifting, and you can see like a monkey trying to dig beside you with a 14 and a 13 from Iroh. You are making headway, and sorry, Hannah is not. Hannah is mending, and up top, Allison is just grinning with his dark vision, glowing eyes, just writing everything down, getting everything there is to learn about how these people operate. Eventually, you can actually hear that with the mending spell completing, Hannah said, "Done." This large, like very low rumble that emanates from the sarcophagus as a gentle repose falls over all of you. And you get a little bit of a boon.
Oh, nice.
You get a D4 that you can roll as inspiration in the next, well, let's say in the next area where it will be.
Can this
needed.
be used on any check?
This can be used on any D20 check.
Okay.
Once?
Once, yeah.
Cool.
So basically, as you get the stone giant leader back into his ceremonial grave, it seems that his spirit is very glad that you guys not only, well, what is resecrated his body, but also vanquished him as an undead opponent.
Consecrated.
Consecrated, thank you. So, with that, it seems that all of you are here smiling a little bit. Eventually, Allison, you also jump down, and you guys are now looking further into the dark tunnel, which will go on further and further, and hopefully we will find you your quarry. And that's where we'll take a little break.
As I jump down, I break a leg.
Gotta balance out that 20 somehow,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So nice guys.
Yeah.
Undead giant slain.
Learn some lore.
Learn some lore. And after the break, we will venture forward into the dark beyond.
Yeah.
See you guys in a bit.
Guess it is.
Bye-bye.